It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mark and Will Show. Hey, had to give y'all enough time to get, ready. So, you know what I'm saying? So, hope everybody's tuned in. We got a great one tonight. I know you've probably seen it, the photos and things like that. So, we're going to talk volleyball tonight. We're going to get the Miss Julie going to teach me about some volleyball. So, our first volleyball player. So, we definitely going to rock and roll. I hope everybody's had a great day. The weather was great. Hope it started out good and all that kind of stuff like that. So I know I've had a great one. Had a nice surprise at work, so that was good. I just want to remind everybody, just let you know that pretty much today is voting day on the Mark and Will Show. So make sure you go ahead and vote for the players of the week, offense and defensive players of the week. Lot of players to choose from. You know what I'm saying? It's on the Mark and Will Facebook page. It's on the Mark and Will group page, the Players Club. So make sure you do that. And also, real quick, because we always get people like, well, how come Thomas wasn't on there or somebody? A lot of times, the teams do not report their stats and things like that. So don't be mad at Mark and Will because, that's a lot of schools to go through and spending the weekend going over these schools and trying to get the players on there. It can be time consuming. So if the schools are not reporting, then it's up to you. It's up to that AD, up to the coaches. I don't want and no bogus stats. I'm not doing that because we'll yank them right off the pole if we get bogus stats. So make sure you go ahead. Y'all know the ADs, the director of operations, all that kind of stuff. They know. So go ahead and send it to us so the kids can get on the poll who we feel that deserve. You can also nominate. Just make sure you have the whole stats, and just because you nominate does not mean that player is going to be on there. Just keeping it real. So make sure you go ahead and vote for the players of the week. That ends Wednesday. All that. Hope everybody stayed dry because I know on Friday it was a ridiculous. Almost every high school game had to be postponed, and some people didn't. So, we got Southern playing right now. I got the Southern head on for the mayor. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the family. Make sure you also go ahead and watch No Cap High School Football Recap Show. Make sure you do that. That is on W35KY Sports and on Mark and Will. So make sure you do that for me, please. Also, give it a follow. Go ahead and follow us. We're trying to give these student athletes a platform so you can hear their sports journey, learn a little bit more about them and things they do. And tonight is going to be a good one. And for tomorrow, we got Oldham County running back that's coming on. And I might have a surprise Wednesday. I'm holding on to that, so I'm not going to let that cat out of the bag. And then, of course, Thursday, the previews of the big games that are coming up. But let's go ahead and start the week off right. Hey, I'm with Julie Robinson, Central High Class of 24 Volleyball Standout. How you doing, Julie?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fine. Just like a coach, your coach went ahead and messaged me, make sure everything was fine. Coach Ashley. Yeah. I said, we on now. Everything's good. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Everything's fine. So, want to welcome you to the show. And you're actually our first volleyball player to join us. So, that is big. Big time. And, we want to get this opportunity to learn about your sport and learn about you and all that kind of good stuff. So I want to go ahead and start out. What's going on this season so far? How you guys been doing?
We've been doing a lot of tournaments before actual season started. in August. So we've been doing really good. We have a lot of new like underclassmen that came in because a lot of our seniors left last year. So just getting to know the team a little bit more. But we still have some of our like returning players, of course. But the tournaments that we've been doing has just been helping us see what we need to work on or maybe fix.
Okay, cool, cool. I think I seen you guys with pictures of trophies or something going on. I mean, I think y'all must be doing something well. I know my guy Dad Stock got some pictures of you guys, so I know you got to be. He only takes pictures of winners. He don't mess with the loser stuff. So, so you guys must be repping big time. So, I want to ask you real quick, what inspired you to start playing volleyball?
Interesting question. Actually, it was one of my old cheerleading coaches that got me into the sport. I cheered when I was younger, and one day after cheer season was over, she used to play in college, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to join the volleyball team?" And me not knowing, I like to join everything, so I was just like, "Yeah, sure." And I tried it, and then ever since then, that's been like my number one sport that I've been stuck with.
Wow, wow, wow. Um, so, what do you love the most about volleyball?
I feel like it's a good challenge, especially for me because I've always been a DS, which is a defensive specialist. So I've always had to stay in back row, which means you always have to move your feet at all times and be ready to cover corners. This year I'm the libero, so it's kind of the same thing, but the team really relies on you because you wear that different colored jersey and you're the one that they're supposed to count on to be able to save balls at any moment. So just the challenge of having to make sure that my teammates can depend on me and I don't like feel pressured about it and I just go out and do the job.
Man, how is that? You get to wear that different colored jersey. So when people come to see you, hey, I'm the one in the yellow. I'm the different. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like where my baby at? Where my I can't find her. They know exactly. Your parents and
Right.
family and friends know exactly where you are. Man, how do you feel that? Because to me, that's the first thing. If you watch volleyball, you find that different color jersey. You know what I'm saying? So how does that feel?
It's definitely different because this year is my first year being the libero. So yeah, it's kind of hard for people not to notice you. You stand out. People's always like, "Why is that person wearing a different color jersey?" And then you always have to explain to them. So you always know that there's eyes on you. It's kind of hard for there not to be eyes on you when you're just
Right.
standing out in the crowd that much. But it's fun. I like it.
Well, you already said it. I know you got tired or getting tired of explaining. So, for the Mark and Will Show audience, let them know why you have to wear that different color jersey.
So depending on the coaches, most coaches, it's always going to be a person that's obviously good at defense and passing it and getting the ball to the setter. Some coaches do like who can pass the ball up the fastest or get it up the fastest. Um, I guess my coach picked me. I don't know if she feels like I was the fastest to get to the ball
Hmm.
or the best passer on the team. It depends, but I know when we were talking before season, a lot of my teammates, we were like, I wonder who's going to be the libero. At least I was. And they was like, come on now, Julie, you know it's going to be you for this year because our liberos from last year are gone. And then when it actually happened, I was like, okay, so now it's my responsibility, but it is what it is. So,
That's good. And I know you said that the cheerleading coach helped you. How long? So, how long have you been playing volleyball?
so I've been playing since fifth grade in elementary
Wow.
school, and I'm now a senior.
Wow. Wow.
At
So,
first, it was just for like fun. It wasn't nothing really to it. I didn't start taking it serious till high school, to be honest. And I actually just played my first club season this past summer. So I'm just now getting real serious about it, if that makes sense.
no, it does. It does. But still, even though starting, you know what I'm saying, uh, that early is a good thing. So, what made you realize that, hey, I want to take this seriously and do
Uh,
club?
yeah. So in middle school, of course, I started in elementary school. In middle school, I used to play for like community teams,
Mhm.
and one of the ladies that coached there, she actually had her own AAU team. But just to backtrack, I had tried out for a AAU team. I think my freshman year or my sophomore year, and I didn't make it. I got put on like the practice squad, I guess. So that was kind of like, okay, maybe I'm not good enough. And then that coach that I was talking about, her name's Nicole. She had came to some of the Central games or whatever, and she was telling me, she was like, I really want you to play for me if you come and try out and all that good stuff. So I ended up going to try out. Club was definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, but it's definitely more competition because a lot of those girls want to play in college and they've been playing competitively since they can remember.
Right.
It's a lot faster than school ball, so it was kind of stressful for me in the beginning. Like, it was fun, I loved my teammates, but it was just kind of like a pressure thing because it's like, okay, I'm making too many mistakes, I'm doing this. But my coach, she tried to make sure, she always stayed on me like, hey, you're getting the hang of it, you're just now getting into it. By the end of the season, I loved it. Totally
Okay.
had the best summer of my life. It was busy, definitely busy. Out of town almost every weekend.
Right.
But it was fun. It was fun. It was a learning experience.
Who did you play for?
Lava and Coach Nicole.
Okay, cool. So, what's the biggest accomplishment so far as a volleyball player?
I would say making the all tournament team that I made like about 2 weekends ago, I think. Because that's something like through the years of high school and I think middle school too. Like certain tournaments, like JCPS tournaments, they'll hand out medals, or certain tournaments, the kids from the other team, they'll get to pick who they think deserves the medal or gets to play on the team. So when I got that like 2 weekends ago, I was really excited about it and surprised. So.
Yeah, that's good. So, volleyball. Who is Central's biggest rival in volleyball?
That's a good question. Personally, I like playing manual.
Hmm.
It's a good competition. So I know last year they had Naya. I think she plays for Texas now. So that was one of their big hitters. So this year, I thought we could beat them last year. We can always beat them. It's about the mentality at the moment of the game and who wants it more. So this year, I'm hoping that we're gonna win and give better competition than we've been giving. So personally, for me, I think it's Manuel. That's who I feel like puts up the biggest fight against us and who we have to really try the hardest against.
Okay, cool, cool. What's the most important thing to remember when you're playing volleyball?
Um, it's not about you, it's about your teammates that's on the floor also. I know there's certain points, and you can ask my coach this, but I feel like every athlete is like this during sports. It starts to get frustrating when you feel like you're constantly giving like 100% effort, and then like the rest of your team is kind of like some of them are slacking and some of them aren't. But you have to remember that sometimes it's not going to be everybody's day. Like, they're not going to be able to give 100%, but you have to be able to feed off your teammates' energy, and if they're not able to give the energy at that time, you have to be able to pick it up for them. So I feel like that's something important to remember. Like, it's not about you when you're on the court, it's about your teammates.
Would you say, basically, I mean, that's the great answer. Would you think, do you think that it also is a key to success in volleyball, what you just talked about?
I do. Same thing, what I just said. Talking is something that's really important on the floor in volleyball. Communication can make or break a team. And our team
Yes.
personally has experienced that. Like, we notice when we talk, like, we're fine. If we like lose a couple points and we stop talking, okay, that's when we start to lose our momentum and our energy. So that goes back to like having to feed off your teammates' energy and pick your teammates up. Sometimes I have to be the only one on the court talking, or it might be only two or three of us on the court talking. Like, that's just part of the game. Every
Hmm.
game, everybody's not going to talk. Some people are going to get frustrated, but somebody has to be there to step up and be the captain and be able to hold that responsibility.
Understand that. Do you have a favorite volleyball player that you enjoy watching?
I like Zoe Fleck. I think that's her last name. She plays for Texas, I believe. She's really good. And basically in the libero, to be honest. The
Okay.
liberos,
Okay.
especially in college, if you watch them, like, you can't be a libero in college and slack off. Like, that's just not a thing. You have
Right.
to be able to hustle because in college, obviously, there's most of the girls are like real tall, like
Right.
6'7", so they can hit a ball with a lot of speed. So being able to play defense and cover. So I look up to all the liberos that play in college pretty much.
You know what I love, especially when it's tournament time, and and not even just in the NCAA tournament time, but more like in the conference too. And you this ESPN got everybody on. You can sit there and watch. Oh man, that's fun, big time. And
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt when Kentucky and Louisville done elevated their game because volleyball is really big, especially in the city of Louisville. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's a great thing. So, Julie, to you, what do you think sets volleyball apart from other sports?
Good question. Good question. Um, I would say personally, I would say the dedication, because I know a lot of people, they feel like, oh, volleyball, you just have to pass a ball or you just have to hit a ball. It's really not that simple, especially when you have balls coming at you at fast speeds and like some balls float. Like those balls are harder to pass. So like being able to move your feet and get there, like that's like really important, and it seems easy, but it's really not. I promise you that. Like it takes practice. So yeah, that's pretty much
Well, the people who think they're easy are the ones who go home with a black eye, a busted mouth,
exactly.
all that kind of stuff. So, hey, whatever. Um, Let me see. What is the best advice you've ever been given about playing volleyball?
That I've ever been given.
Hmm.
Um, Honestly, I would say don't let coaches get in your head. That's the honest response. I know when I was my sophomore year or freshman year, because high school is a little bit different. Also, there was a girl that I used to play with. Her name is Mariah. She's in college now. She plays. But like I used to get so frustrated at myself for like making mistakes, or I would get upset like at my coach for saying something if I felt like it wasn't my fault. And she literally like would tell me like you can't even like not don't listen to the coach, but sometimes you have to let what they say go in one ear and out the other if it's going to frustrate you that much to the point where you want to quit. Like you should never make someone else have that like feel the authority or feel like they're that much over you that they can have the ability to make you quit.
Right, right. That's hey, yeah. You hit it on the head right there. So, what is your as a volleyball player? What is your greatest strength?
Good question. Good question. At certain times, talking. Certain times, I'm really good at talking now. Sometimes it might hit me a little bit like, okay, I feel like I've made too many mistakes, and then I'll get frustrated, and my coaches will be like, hey, Julie, look at me, you're fine. And then I have to lock back in the game. But I would say talking for the most part and trying to uplift my teammates. Like, if they make a mistake, hey, you're good, shake it off. Like, helping them find zones when they're going up to hit. That's really important, covering hitters.
Okay, cool. How do you handle when make some mistakes during the game?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So that's something that I've been slowly getting better at. So I'm really hard on myself. So I wouldn't say a perfectionist, but if when you know what you're capable of and you see what you're doing in that moment and it's not up to your expectations, obviously, it's frustration can build up. So
Right.
most of the time a lot of my coaches have like learned with me, like as long as if you be like, hey Julie, just look at me, calm down, breathe, take a breath, like it's fine. So that's a
Hmm.
lot of what most of my coaches do. And then something that I do for myself personally, like sometimes I'll just like turn around and like face the back of the court and just literally take a deep breath and like, okay, it's fine, like next ball. Like that's something to remember. You can't get stuck on one ball in volleyball, because once you get stuck on one mistake, you can't move on to the next play. You're just gonna like just it's not
Right.
gonna work. It's not.
Right. Right. Make sure you guys follow, hit the like button, all that good stuff. We got Julie Robinson on here, breaking down volleyball, all that kind of good stuff. So let me ask you this. Let's see. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting out playing volleyball?
It takes time. That's definitely something I would give. It takes time, and if you truly want to be good at it, you're gonna have to work for it. Like that is just plain and simple. I feel like that's with any sport. Like some people aren't naturally talented at certain things, but it comes down at the end of the day, most of the time in sports, to who's working the hardest, who's putting in the work when other people aren't. So you have to be able to work at your craft to master it.
True. That's true. So speaking of you, you did club, you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff like that. So how about your future goals? What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, okay. So like I was talking about earlier, like club, a lot of those girls have been playing since they were younger. They take it real serious. I've been in a debate with myself about volleyball. At first it was, well, I don't at first I was just playing for fun. And then it
Right.
was like, yeah, I really want to play. And then it turned into no, I don't want to play because I was starting to get frustrated and like overwhelmed. Now I'm back in my process where I actually started. There's something called field level where you can post videos. So my dad, he's taking it serious too. He's bought a bunch of equipment so he can record my
Okay.
game. So I've been posting and editing a lot of clips on field level. I have my volleyball Twitter and everything. So um, I think and I believe truly if I keep playing hard like I've been doing, I'll get an offer and play in college. I'm not obviously everybody's gonna say they want to go to a Division 1 college.
Right.
Um Division 2s are also good. Whatever I get I'm gonna take as long as it's a full ride or wherever gives me the most money, and I'm also not concerned just like well if they give me like half a ride or something like that. My academics are straight too, so I
Hold
can
on.
make it
Break it
work
down
either
for him.
way.
Break it
Yeah,
down for
I
him.
can make it work either way. I can
That's
go into
right.
athletic and academic, and that's fine right
That's
there. So
dope.
hopefully, I play in college. So
Yeah, that's dope. Brag about that academics. Heck yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the reason why you go. If you can get a half a scholarship, full ride, whatever, as long as they pay for the education, that's what the whole thing. And
right.
if you got the grades to go ahead, that's what it's all about, big time. And tell your dad or whoever, y'all free. Make sure if you got some videos, go ahead and we got a group page that we do solely for high schoolers and middle schoolers. So videos, you can put that on the Mark and Will's Players Club, and also if you put it on your Twitter page, just go ahead and add us, and we retweet it and things like that. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
That's nothing wrong with that. I love that, and I love
Thank
you
you.
let everybody know. Hey, it's not just that. I'm a student
Yeah, we
athlete.
don't play about grades in my house.
That's
Student
right.
first, always.
Hey, that's what it's about. So what's your favorite volleyball drill?
Drill. So there's something called a butterfly drill. We actually did it in practice today. As long as it goes right, it works out. It's kind of confusing to explain, but imagine like there's four corners. So, and then there's a net, right? So there's people tossing the ball on this side, and there's people passing the ball on this side, and then vice versa on the other side. And there's always a person that is going to catch the ball. So that drill is normally a challenge drill for us, or if our coach wants to make sure like we're good in passing, because obviously the point of the drill is to get the pass to the target. If you don't get the pass to the target, then you know you're doing something wrong. So
Correct.
that's a drill that I like to do. It can be frustrating at times when the coach gives you a number and then like you get real close and then somebody makes mistakes and then the whole team has to start over. So it's frustrating, but that's one of those drills where you have to learn like it's a team sport. It's not about you. Like everybody's not gonna always be perfect. That's just the reality of sports in general. You're never
Right.
gonna have a perfect game. Like you're gonna always make a mistake and always have room for improvement.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So let me ask you, how do you stay mentally focused throughout the entire match?
I have to talk to myself a lot of the times. Like I was talking to my dad about it the other day. Like sometimes we'll get in a huddle, especially if it's like after a set that we've lost or something. Even if we won, like sometimes my teammates they'll be really excited or whatever. I like to stay in the moment
Hmm.
and not like, yeah, we won that set, but we also have two more sets that we have to finish out, or one more set that we have to finish out. So sometimes I'll just go and like be by myself and just take deep breaths and be like, okay, this is what you need to work on. Or if I feel like I was getting caught in corners or something or getting stuck on something, I'll go and ask my coaches before the next set, hey, where do I need to be to cover this ball? Or where do I need to cheat to make sure they're not killing me in this spot that they kept on killing me in?
Cool, cool. Let me see. Do you have any superstitions or anything you do before the games?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So not last year, this past summer for AAU, we discovered that if I drank apple juice before games, magically, like I just played so great. Like it sounds weird, but one day I was playing and like I guess I was low on energy, so I think my dad got me some apple juice, and as soon as I drank the apple juice, I was hitting all the corners and everything. So before every game, I start drinking apple juice. I know this past week we played a game and I didn't have my apple juice, and it was very clear that I didn't drink any. So it sounds crazy, but apple juice does something to me when I'm playing volleyball. And if I drink it before, like I'm straight.
So did Dad go to Sam's or Costco's and get a whole case of apple
Yup.
juice and things
My
like
mom
that?
has 2 whole cases downstairs that she just got me.
I know that's right. Ain't wrong with
Yeah.
that. So what are Central's goals as far as the team goes? What are y'all goals this year?
Win every game we can. That's my personal goal as a senior. Um, I feel like I feel like we're capable of beating every team that we play. It's like anytime we lose, we literally have this talk with our coach. Like it's because of us. It's not because the team did anything special. It's our mistakes. That's how other teams always get points. It's off of the other team mistakes. So just
Hmm.
limiting our mistakes and our errors that we're making and just making sure that we're communicating, I think we'll do fine this season. Like I love my team. I'm confident in my team. As long as we communicate and we keep taking things serious and being locked in on everything, we should win every game that we play. That's just
Okay.
how I
Okay.
feel.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. So this is the opportunity as a leader of the volleyball team. Who are some of the players that people don't know about, but they gonna have a breakout season?
Well, they already know. There's this girl named Destiny Jones. Destiny, if y'all don't know Destiny, something's wrong with y'all personally
Are we talking
because
about the basketball?
yes, basketball, track,
Double double.
volleyball. Yes, she does everything. That's my buddy. We be going back and forth, but that's my buddy for real. And then Anaya, she's also one of our middles. Um, who else do we got? We have Sydney. We have two Sydneys. We have our setter Sydney, she's a junior, and then we have one of our hitters, Sydney. She's a sophomore. She's really good. I love Sydney. If she stays dedicated, I really think Sydney, both of them, honestly. But the hitter, I really think that she can get a whole bunch of scholarships and people looking at her. We have Selena and who else we got? Shanna. I love Shanna. Shanna can play every position you need her to
Mm.
play. Me and Shanna love to split back row. We're like really good at communicating. Like, hey, if something's not working out, if we need to push this person back, okay, me and you got it. So that's one person on the team that I always know I can depend on if it comes to defense and we're getting stuck and constantly getting drilled in one spot. Okay, push this person back. Me and Shanna got it. So now me and her have to communicate. So Shanna, she's really good at hitting and defense lover. Played AU with her also. And she encouraged me to start posting my films on field level.
Yes.
Her and Sydney was getting on me about that because they're like, "Come on now, Julie." Especially Shannon. She seen my progress from before club, and then I played with her during club. And
Hmm.
then when we came back our first couple of games for school, she was like, basically our coach Nicole, that's her name from AAU. She was like, she would be really proud of you right now. Like she was able to see the progress and like how I was getting frustrated all the time. So
Hmm.
yeah.
That's good. So who are the coaches of Central?
For Breezy, we have Amanda and then we have Riri. So Amanda and Riri, they are both new. They're well, I wouldn't say new, but they're our assistants
Hmm.
for varsity, and then one of them has JV, and then one of them has the freshman. Riri used to go to Central when she was in high school. She goes to K State now, I think. And then Amanda, I think she used to coach at Fern Creek or something. But yeah, so that's our coaching staff for now. It looks better than it did last year because it was Fabrizi just by herself last
Okay.
year trying to handle all of us.
All right. I'm about to tell Coach Fabrizi, Miss Ashley. I'm gonna need. Is that a volleyball hoodie? That's smooth, man. I like that.
Oh yeah, one of
I like
my
that.
teammates' mom made it for me
Oh
last
yeah,
year.
that's dope. That's dope right there. Somebody whoever mama made that, hey, holla at Mark and Will, cause yeah, that's like it. That's dope, big time. Let's go this way. Tacos or pizza? What you rolling with?
Pizza. I do not eat tacos.
Where you getting your pizza from?
Pizza Hut. I guess Little Caesars. It don't really matter. I'm weird. All pizza tastes the same to me. People think I'm weird, but it does. Like unless it's bought from the like grocery store, it tastes the same. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. You know, she said the grocery store a little bit different, huh?
Yeah,
Just a
it's a
little
little
bit
bit
different.
different.
A little bit different. Okay, let's see. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Popeyes or
Chick
Chick-fil-A?
Fil A. Chick Fil A all day.
That
I
came
love
out,
Chick
that
Fil
came
A.
out like
Like
a speeding bully. You didn't get
I
Popeyes. I couldn't even
live
get that out of
at
my
Chick
mouth.
Fil A. Yes,
Yeah,
I live at Chick Fil A. We love it.
yeah. Great choice. No, that's great for real. That's without a doubt. So let me see. Now, a lot of teams they get warmed up. They got music playing, and getting hyped. What you going with? NBA young boy or little baby?
Little baby, I don't really care for NBA YoungBoy. He's all right, but I just feel like he's overrated. So
Okay.
a
Let me
lot of
get
people
out.
gonna be mad that I just said that, but oh well.
Hey, well, you
It's
know
your
what?
mom.
A lot of people love little baby over him, but they use like NBA YoungBoy this stuff, for to get hype and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So everybody knows
yeah,
the
that's
difference.
fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. So this is the DeAndre Malone's question. I named it after him since he used to tell everybody about this. Drums or flats?
Flats.
What sauce you using?
Hot sauce. I don't do all that extra stuff.
You real? She's the real. She's real. She's
Yeah, I
real.
don't do all that extra stuff. I don't even eat chicken that much for real. So
But what I do, I'm gonna have to use that hot sauce. Ain't nothing
yeah, I
wrong
have
with
to
that.
use that hot sauce. If it ain't no hot sauce, I'm not eating it. It's not gonna work.
Let me ask you this: who has been your biggest supporters when it comes to your volleyball career so far?
My parents, for sure. Definitely my dad. As my dad, he used to tell, well, not used to, but like he tells me all the time, especially like during AU. He used to be like, I'm telling you, you're better than what you think you are. Like I sit there and watch you play. I'm not just saying that because I'm your dad. Like you can
Right.
genuinely play. So my dad, my coaches, my friends support me too. My friends love watching me play.
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, my friends, family, everybody.
Good. Any other special thanks you need to give out to anybody?
I like to say thank you to my coaches, even though sometimes coaches and players have their moments. I
Yes, I
still
do.
love y'all.
Yeah.
My parents, my friends, who else? My boyfriend, all the people that like are genuinely close to me.
Right.
I have a really small circle. Like I know a lot of people, but I don't hang with a lot of people, if that makes sense. Because I truly believe in you are who you surround yourself around.
Hold on. Say it again.
You are who you surround yourself around. So yeah, like I truly believe that. Like same thing like with athletes in sports. Like if you're around somebody that's constantly dedicated to their sport and like wanting to hustle for their passion and stuff, like that's important. That'll rub off on you over time. Like people are attracted to that type of energy. If you showing up like you don't want to be at practice or any chance you get, you just gonna slack off and all this stuff. Like that's not cool. At least for me, that's not the
Right.
type of people that I like to be around. So I believe in that.
Well, I tell you what, Julie, you rocked it. You rocked it today. I want to thank you. I've learned so much about volleyball and in your story. And you know what? And Central got a good one in you. And I know you're going to provide that leadership and go ahead and bring it. I guess you got to get that district first and then all that kind of stuff and all
Yeah.
them other games. And go ahead and take care of Manual. You know, that's your rival. You got to take care of Manual. I mean, I'm not saying that as a bulldog, but go ahead
Yeah.
and take care of Manual if you got to. That's okay. I'm not gonna be mad at you at all. But no, thank you for joining, and it's been a pleasure. And definitely like I said, any videos you guys got, go ahead and tag us or whatever, and we'll make sure it get out to the people. So I appreciate you joining tonight.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Bye. Big time. I'm telling you, hey, we told you guys, that's what we doing. We're trying to go ahead and make sure we get the different sports covered. Julie rocked it. She took, she let me, hey, I hope her story allowed you to learn a little bit more about volleyball, and we're going to get some more volleyball players, but Julie, hey, really appreciate you joining. And, we got some more. We want some soccer players. Anybody in the sports, we want to go ahead and get you on and let everybody hear your sports journey, or like hers was basically journey, but also educating us. So that's what it's about. And like I said, tomorrow we got another guest that's coming on, a football player who had a big victory. The team had a big victory this weekend. And, hey, you guys follow, like. I'm out, man. And Coach Ashley, man, I know y'all got them hoodies somewhere. Somebody's got their hoodies. I'm going to need one of them volleyball hoodies because that was smoking. I know you didn't make it, but you know how to get one. All right, guys, I'll holler at you tomorrow. Peace out.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.